looking, and she
You
is.
know your camera's on. You know your
I
camera.
know. I turned it
Okay.
on.
Okay.
She told me that Don will not let her look.
What?
Well, you know what? If I had been K.N.S, I would have said, look, I'm going to go look for our daughter. So you can kiss your own, you know what? Because no. And just like what Mary did, Mary and her sisters doing what they're doing, Dawn's going to be probably sent away for a really long time. I'm on Mary's side. I'm all about Summer because I am a mother.
Exactly. I am too.
But you got to think about this a minute. How much is K.N.S telling you the truth?
You know, only God knows.
And you know what? It looks guilty. Both of them look guilty. There was just a visual for her. Didn't even show up for that.
They was coming back from Hollywood.
And you don't see them pleading, saying, we want Summer home. We want her here. You don't see that, do you?
No.
No. Didn't think so.
No.
So how much do you think that K.N.S isn't playing you like a canary?
She could be.
Yep.
Exactly.
I think Jenna is aware of that. I really do. She's been very fair. Peregrine's not up here anymore, Diane, because her internet froze, and I don't know if she's going to be back tonight. I mean, it has been 5 hours.
Oh, yeah, I believe that.
Yeah, at least we have Jenna up here, because you waited for so long, and I was like, that would have been bad if we didn't have, somebody up here that knew Candace and Dawn.
So. I get that, okay? I get that. But what I'm saying is I'm speaking the truth. Their body language, just everything. If you're a mother, let's say one of my kids went missing, even 2 of them are grown and one's still a teenager at home. You think I wouldn't be out looking for my kids and saying, I want my son or daughter home?
That's a good question. Sorry.
I mean, I would be too. I'm not going to lie to you. I was a single mom for 11 years, and my kids is what I live for.
I am a single mom. I've never been married. I'd be out looking for my kids.
I know.
Okay? I'd be out looking for my kids. Most normal people, that's what they do. They go out and search and flyers and everything and plead to the news media how much they want their child home.
Yeah, exactly.
And they ain't doing any of that. And I don't care if Dawn and Candace are watching, because I'm speaking the truth. Yeah. You look guilty as hell. Because you're not out there looking for your daughter when everybody else all over the nation care about Summer. We're all about Summer. We are Summer's army.
Yeah, exactly.
And what are you? You ain't doing nothing.
I know the other day I seen a little girl look like Summer, and I talked to Candace, and the little girl looked just like Summer.
Yeah.
So I talked to Candace, and Candace got her PIs to call me, and got the description of where I was. And, the police came down here, and I don't know whose children they were, but they took the children, but it wasn't Summer.
Wait, what was that? What was the last sentence you said?
The police and everything came down through this way, and they found the people, but it wasn't Summer. But they took the children anyways. I don't know.
They took the children anyways?
Yeah, I don't know if I don't know what was going on. They was fighting with the police and everything.
Oh my gosh. Hi, Heidi, thank you so much. You're always so sweet. Heidi says, Zig, always be you. The world will adjust. Stay gold. I try to... Go ahead. Sorry. You waited so long.
I'm not afraid to show my face. I'm not afraid to speak my mind and say it like it is. Of being a mom. We all care about Summer. We want Summer found. We want her back.
Yes. And I
even
agree.
even if she's passed on or or she's still alive. I'm hoping she's still alive.
I pray.
I'm hoping. But the way this all looks, I don't think so.
Yeah, and we can tell you're passionate, Diane, because you waited probably the longest of anybody to get up on panel. You and Savannah, you waited a long time.
I was getting mad. I'm like, oh, don't test me today. Okay? Do not test me today. I'm telling you, I don't take crap from nobody. I say it like it is.
I can tell.
If you don't like it, there's the door.
Yeah.
Okay? You don't realize that they're playing you.
I know they are.
And if you know, then why are you still friends with K.N.S?
Well,
To be
go ahead.
I really don't want to say it out loud.
Okay. Yeah, don't say it.
You know, but I mean,
okay, yeah, don't say it. Maybe we know.
No, well, yeah.
Okay, let me put it another way to you then. So the reason you're friends with K.N.S, so how much information that she'll tell you and see if she messes up, basically, right? You're shaking your head? Yeah, I'm right. Right on the money.
Well, she mentioned earlier that she did talk to TBI, so it's out there anyway. So I don't think it matters.
I've called TBI 3 times.
Yeah.
Really?
Well, thank you for that. Yeah.
And I know that she's listening to it. And no, she's not going to be my. I know she's not going to drop me.
You're not the only one. You're not the only one that has. There's another person that's in that group that I know has that I can't say right now.
Oh, well, I get that.
I was told that to say, well, it's hearsay. I guess I can't know for a fact because I haven't talked to that person directly, but maybe you can tell me in private if it's true. Jenna, did K.N.S ever talk to you about the boys being taken and why they were taken? Did she tell you her story?
Yeah, I was going to ask her
that. They both failed a drug test.
It was just one failed drug test.
Well, CPS was already looking for already on them or whatever. And some are getting missing. Really, I guess topped it off.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
Sorry. Yeah, they have to go through a lot of things to try to get them babies back.
Oh, so okay. They do have an opportunity to get them back, according to them.
As of right now, it's 6 months.
Okay, so what Pro Garden was saying was true about the 6-month plan. Did they tell you that did they ever mention me to you?
What's your name?
Ziggy, this channel. Okay, because the beginning of last month, I had talked to somebody, which I got a lot of heat for it. Who, anyways, they told me some information. I want to say, if anybody wants to see it, everybody knows about it. The bombshell video. Jenna might not know about it, but it was somebody who knew what was supposedly in the CPS, what happened with the CPS stuff. Supposedly there was scabies, body lice. They were investigating improper relationship between Candace and Hunter. Do you know anything about that?
I've heard about the one with Hunter and her, yeah.
But she's never said anything that made you think anything weird there.
No, she just says that they don't talk. That's all she told me. They don't talk anymore.
I was told, yeah, they don't talk anymore. But that's, I think, on the part of Hunter and Allie, though. I think that Candace was trying to get hold of them. I don't know if.
I don't know if she tells me the 100% truth or not. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you. The other night, I don't know if she's not being honest with me. They was at their sister's house, coming from Hollywood, and they were both drinking, and I was talking to Candace, and she was, I'm going through a lot right now, and she's like, Donna's like, well, y'all just come on out to the house. I was like, well, my husband works all the time, and they started going back and forth, and he punches her on the arm, and she gets upset, and she starts crying, and she's like, well, I have to let you go. I'll talk to you tomorrow. I love you. And he's like, you're not going to tell her? And the whole time she's telling me, I'll talk to you tomorrow. I love you. And he kept just saying, you're not going to tell her? You're not going to tell her? And then before she hung up, I heard him say, wow. So I know they're not being honest with me. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, I don't know what happened. I really don't.
Well, look, I'm not trying to be mean or anything like that, but I'm trying to get people to wake up. Come on. Dawn is just guilty as Candace. I'm sorry. Something happened to her. Either they know who took her or there was an accident, and they're not saying.
I have my own theory.
And how much does those boys know what happened also?
Yeah. What's your theory, Gina? We're interested.
Okay. Well, Donna, out of all days, drove that Suburban to work.
Okay.
That's the only day.
Yep. That came up earlier, and
that's the only day he drove that Suburban to work.
Right.
He don't never drive that Suburban to work. Well, Candace and her mom, this is just my theory. I don't know. Candace, Summer goes in the house. She goes downstairs. Well, there's not you don't have a break-in and entry in the bottom of the basement. There's nothing was pried open or anything. So Summer had to trust whoever it was at that door to open that door. So if they parked down there at the bottom of that hill, and she trusts whoever opened that door, she's going to go with that person.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's I'm sorry, that's what I believe. I mean, and I know they're going to hate me after this, and they can get anybody to come after me because I'm not scared of Beanie or Cher or none of them.
I don't know who Benny and I know I've heard of Cher, but I won't deal with her. No, I think she's nuts.
Yeah. So I had to I hurried and ran to the bathroom where you were telling your theory. So you think it was? Did you say you think it was Dawn that pulled up and?
I love you too, baby. Yeah, I think it was Dawn that pulled up and went down to the bottom of the basement and got her.
Yeah.
She trusts her daddy.
Well, I honestly feel bad. I honestly feel bad for Summer.
I do too.
I do.
I went ahead and added CS Cauldron because she's been waiting for a long time. I know I said I told Diane that she was going to be the last one, but we're going to go ahead and let CS Cauldron up here and talk with us if she'd like. We don't have Prayer Garden anymore, CS, but
I'm sorry.
we got Jenna though. And I'm trying to get a hold of Prayer Garden and see if she's okay, but
I'm sorry. That was probably my fault.
no, I don't think so.
I honestly feel like you were at war with her, she was at war with you, and it just escalated. I saw the whole thing, okay? I saw how it escalated and all that, and now that I come on and show my face, so do you. So you know what, girl? You need to, when she talks to Dawn, and Dawn is telling her a bunch of crap, and Candace is telling you a bunch of lying crap.
Well, I don't think that me and Candace will be talking no more after tonight.
Yeah. What is CS? Do you have a question?
You can, my name's Chelsea.
Chelsea?
Thank you so much. Yeah, thank you so much for allowing me to come on. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, it's a little bit quiet, but it's not too bad.
Yeah, I got it up to full max. I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
I
You're good.
just wanted, I don't, I'm
Oh,
not
that's way
gonna ring
better.
in
I don't
on
know if your thumb was over the. It got way better there for a second. Okay, sorry.
Oh, okay. Sorry, y'all.
You're good.
Just real quick. So when Donnie was a little boy, him and I were next door neighbors.
Oh, wow.
And he's much younger than I am.
You said Benny? Benny was your neighbor?
Don.
No,
Don.
Donald.
Don. Okay.
Yeah, Donnie was my neighbor when he was a little boy.
Oh,
and
wow.
I'm talking, yes, and I'm talking like elementary school. I would say he was kindergarten. I'm older than he is. I remember the abuse that he endured while growing up.
Wow.
I can remember his dad whooping him.
His real dad or was it his stepdad?
No, this was his stepdad.
Okay.
And he was eventually sent to go live with his real father. And the excuse was that he was unmanageable. And I remember he used to come over and he would play at our house because my brothers are the same age as him. And I was a young girl, and I was aware of the pain he was dealing with, and I think my mama did too. So she reached out real hard to him, and he was always welcome at our house. Even we try to reach out to the parents too, but my mama did. But it was a very short relationship with him. And I'm not defending him or Candace, because I personally don't know them anymore. I only knew Donnie when he was a little boy, and I could remember seeing the bruises and the shame that he carried as a youngin'. So I'm not sticking up for Donnie. I'm not none of them things. Okay. But what I'm trying to express is that a lot of times that's learned behavior.
Exactly.
And I'll just leave it at that. And I appreciate y'all letting me come on.
Hey, I really, wow, we got lucky here at the end. We have Prayer Garden, Jenna, and a neighbor, and we had Mary on today. So I appreciate you coming up and telling that. That's Prayer Garden. The reason why it's trying to get up, oh, there you go. Okay. She was trying to get up and she was it was saying, hey, Prayer Garden, it was saying your devices weren't connected. But now
my internet kicked me off. That's why I had to hurry up and try to get reconnected and get back on.
Hey, Prayer Garden, are you there?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes,
Yeah.
really well. We have Donnie's old neighbor, when he was a little boy. She's up here right now.
Hi, how are you?
Hi.
Hi.
Good, ma'am. How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. So you knew him when he was a little boy?
Yeah, we were just youngins. He was, I would say, kindergarten, and he didn't last very long living with his mama. He was sent to live with his daddy, but while he was around, that boy suffered some mean whoopings. Let me just tell you.
Oh,
And
wow.
he would get in trouble if he stayed at our house a minute too long. It was, and he was scared. He was a scared little boy. You could see the shame he carried. I'm not here to defend him because I don't know him or Candace at all. I only remember my memories as a small child and the experience I had with him. And he was a sweet little boy. And we just knew he was whooped on a lot.
Wow.
So how old did you say that was?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, Prayer Garden. How old did you say that he was when you knew him?
This was back. So he was probably about 4 or 5 years old. Now, this I want to say was in the mid 70s. And You know, a lot of people didn't get involved when you were whooping on your kids. It just that's how it was. The neighbors would whoop on your own kids. You know, it was just different time back then. So, you know, but anyways, my whole point was just to let you know that, you know, a lot of times that's a learned behavior. I myself I'm a retired officer of the court, and I did a lot of juvenile probation, and you saw the patterns.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Was it his mother
But,
or his dad that whipped him? Was it his mom or his stepdad?
It was the stepdaddy.
Yep.
I never saw his mama whoop on him. I saw the stepdaddy do it. And it was in the front yard, in the backyard, on the side yard, wherever Donnie was at. And he got it good. And I remember one day him coming over and saying, I'm moving. And we said, where are you going? And he said, oh, well, I'm moving with my dad. And I said, are you happy? And he said, yeah, but it's going to be far away. And that's all I remember. And then when this case came out, I didn't even really recognize him at first because, believe it or not, the family used both names, Lawson and Wells. So it was, you know, it took me a while to realize. It took me a while to realize and talk to my younger brothers and say, is that little Donnie?
Wow.
And my brothers said, yes, that's him. I said, oh, Lord. Okay. So that's all I really know, you know, but I just wanted to come on and share that tidbit that this is, you know, a lot of that abuse is a learned behavior unless they have some other type of diagnoses.
Exactly.
Is that okay? Can I ask a really quick question?
Of course, ma'am.
Is that okay? Oh yeah, hi. I just wanted to ask you mentioned right now, you said Wells and Lawson as last names that was used. Can you go a little bit more into detail?
Oh, wow. I didn't think about that. Lawson.
Yeah.
You know, I just remember asking him when we were kids, like, because we would all have these little milk cartons, and my mama used to put our addresses and our parents' names, and she would make us memorize it so that in case something happened, and while we were little, we knew where we belonged. Right. And he didn't know which last name to put down, so she just had him put both. So it was Wells and Lawson. So that's one of the key things I remember in my experience with him. And so I never really knew what his last name really was. I was just a child myself.
Did you know that there's a lot of accusations? What did you say your name was again? You told me to call you.
My name is Chelsea.
Chelsea. Okay, I'm trying to remember. Sorry. Did you know there's a lot of accusations that he's related to the Sheriff Lawson?
No, I'm not familiar.
What state was this in? Utah that you're talking about when you were a little kid, or when he was a little kid? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the sheriff's name on the case. His last name Lawson.
Yeah, I do.
And
yeah, I don't know if there's any type of relation. I have no idea. Yeah.
Was Lawson the stepdad's last name?
You know, ma'am, I don't know. I just know with that one experience that when we were doing the little milk cartons with our information so that our mom knew that we could find our way back, that was one of the things he did. Is he didn't, put both last names on there.
You're not sure if his mother maiden name was that, or if it was the stepdad's last name.
Correct.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. You're welcome. So thank you all for having me on. I did drop my email in the private chat in case y'all need to get a hold of me again or whatever. But be
okay. Yeah, I'm gonna write that down just in case. I think it's something to ask you.
I'm gonna put my email in there as well.
Yes.
Thank you so much for sharing. Thank you.
Thank you.
My pleasure.
Thank you.
My pleasure.
Yeah. Thank you.
God bless.
So
God bless you too.
Yeah, same. She said her name was Chelsea, right, guys?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just writing it down. Chelsea
Y'all didn't catch that right away when she said that? Because
No.
it
Well,
stayed
see, my
silent.
internet cut
I
out,
did.
and then I had to hurry up and get back on. So
It was silent, and then I didn't want to cut her off because she kept talking. But I was like, "Hey, I gotta say something before I,
yeah, I
Wow.
get it.
So
That's
Oh,
crazy.
I was distracted when she said that, and then I was like, "Wait, Lawson?" But it is, it's right. It's way across the United States, though, too. I mean,
Yeah.
obviously it's a common name, but maybe that's where it comes from. Why everybody thinks they're related.
It's
I know
possible.
that that's his mom's property in Tennessee, though.
Oh, is it?
Yeah,
His mom?
Don's
Yeah,
mom.
his mother left that property to him.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Him and Candace had the boy, the oldest boy, in another state, and then his mother got sick, and him and Candace moved there, and was helping their mother.
Wait,
Donald's
so, man, I didn't.
So they lived with his mom, and up until she passed away and left the land to him.
So was Chelsea? Did Chelsea live in Utah? Is that true?
I don't know
Or was it
because that's where his mom lived at, and that's where his stepdad would live at too.
yeah,
Tennessee?
she just no, she said Utah, right?
No, Tennessee, the dad and the mom lived, Karen.
Yeah, that's why I'm wondering if she was confused. Crap. Hopefully she'll say in the chat. I'll email her. Hoping.
But
yes.
Prayer Garden. Can I say something?
Hey, CS Cauldron, can you let us know? Can you tell us? Can you say Utah or can you say Tennessee in the chat just so we know which one? Sorry, go ahead, Savannah.
That's okay. Prayer Garden. I wasn't sure if you were aware. The house was. I mean, Don did not inherit that house. You know that, right?
I think he did. Did he not?
No,
he didn't.
No, he did not. No, he did not.
Then who?
And actually, to be honest with you, I believe, to the best of my knowledge, that it's been said that Don had said that his mom had passed away, but some people are saying she's still alive.
Really?
And I think that's been proven as fact.
Really?
Yeah.
Because I thought she passed away
believe
from
so.
cancer.
Well,
Where did you hear that?
Well, the land is in Donald's name. The land is definitely in Donald's name. And,
Right.
And also, he told me that his mother was very sick and she did pass away. And she's buried in the graveyard, not too far there from their house. So it's just a matter of going up in that graveyard and looking at her tombstone. And
that's true.
The one lady there that
And
said,
take pictures to prove it.
the one lady there that came up here and said they're not going to talk to her no more. She's obviously in Tennessee, so she should be able to go over and the tombstone.
Yeah, I just wanted to let you know that that there are people putting that out there as facts. I'm not saying it is facts. It's what I heard, But as far as the property, yeah,
I know the land's in Donald's name. Property search shows that, so it's definitely And he said his mother left it to him. So if that's the reason it's in his name, we know he ain't got no money, so he couldn't have bought it.
Right. I can see that house needs a lot of work.
Why is Jenna kind of like holding her? What, do you know something, Jenna? You're just not wanting to say.
Yeah, she needs to say it, and I can see it on her face. I know she's hiding something. Girl, start talking and start spilling, because I know you're hiding something, and you're laughing. No.
I feel the same, right?
You're going to tell.
Well,
Don's a good seller.
why? What are you laughing about?
It just amazes me about. I mean, honestly, Don can sell you $1 million, and you're not even. I mean, I don't know. It's just I've seen so many people like him,
Oh yeah.
None of us like it.
And it's like some people can see straight through it, and some people can't see straight through it.
Oh, I see straight through it.
But I mean, it's just crazy.
But come on, you're laughing. You know more than what you're telling. Start talking.
I think she's maybe laughing that. Well, maybe. Do you know how he got that house? What's your, or if it's just your opinion, Jenna, let us know on the house. Like, is it?
Well, he what was told to me was that his mom, the mom left it for him. So
So that's the same thing that.
Yeah, but basically, there's a whole bunch of other stuff like the dude that stayed across, the one that came up there, Dobbs or whatever his name is, Jackie Dobbs.
Yeah.
Some people were saying that he bought that land from Don. They said they didn't buy it from Don. I don't know. It's just a whole, you don't really know who to believe.
And the land wasn't even on Don's side. The land was on the side where Jody Sue and her husband lived. And as soon as Dobbs got up there, he mistook some of their land, or the neighbor's land, Jody Sue's and their neighbor land, as his. But that, but that, Jody Sue made it clear to all of us that wasn't the problem. The problem is Dobbs was there. Dobbs was getting ready to pitch a tent. Dobbs was getting ready to look around and start taking in some of whatever was going on down in there. And they ran his ass off as fast as they possibly could. I mean, he didn't have time to do nothing to nobody, because this guy, they even got the police out there on him and everything else. And how can you get the police on somebody when they're, he had a right. I don't care where his land was. He had a right to go park his truck on his land and camp there all he wanted. But they put the fear in him to say the hell with this land and run off as fast as he could, because of them. Now, why do they, and they admitted to going down there and running off tons of people. And if they're down there running everybody off, then how could somebody go up there and kidnap a kid?
From my understanding was he left the day after Summer got missing.
No, he didn't leave the day after Summer went missing. He was there the day before Summer went missing, and that's when they ran him off. And he wasn't even around there the day that Summer went missing, because they done went down there, and did everything. But even Jody Sue said that her husband jumped out, went ballistic on him. And, this guy's an older man. And as we see Mr. Dobbs, oh my gosh, he's not in shape to box nobody.
Yeah, well, see, what was told to me was that it was Mr. Dobbs and his wife was there.
No, Mr. Dobbs' wife wasn't there. Mr. Dobbs didn't have no wife with him. It was him and Elvis, his dog.
Well, let's look, Jenna, she's just going by what she was told. What were you told, Jenna?
It was told to me that Mr. Dobbs was there the day Summer went missing. His wife left the same day she got missing. And then he left and went in town to a hotel the day after she went missing.
I did hear something about a hotel.
That's what K.N.S and Don told me.
Yeah, Candace and Don is lying to you. Mr. Dobbs and his dog was the only thing that showed up there, and they both got ran off. And they and this is really weird too.
I remember hearing about a little motel. Motel type thing. Sorry.
If I went to run somebody off my land, run somebody off, and they left, why am I going to go searching around in hotels looking for them later? Jody Sue said her and her husband, now this is the day before Summer comes up missing, that evening, her and her husband goes out and they go to all around to the hotels that they suggested to this Mr. Dobbs just to see if he is there. Why would you do that?
Exactly.
Why would you go stalk somebody that you ran off? Did you, why? Why would you do that? That's really weird. You want to talk about creepy. That's creepy.
Well, you want my thought on that?
Yeah.
Okay, if they're stalking, okay, well, then they think, well, either Summer's there or she's not. So all the stories of all what's been told out of their mouths, none of it fits. Everything is suspicious. It's creepy.
Summer was there. She did not come up missing until clean the next day. And also the theory on somebody coming up there to that door. Donald led me to believe that door, you could see through it, and you can't. That's a one-sided door. You have to be in the basement to see outside. But if you're outside, you cannot see shit inside.
Oh, yeah, I seen the door.
So there's no way somebody came up there and seen a kid in that basement. I'm going to tell you another thing. Summer wasn't even in that basement because Donald made the statement to, when he went to the behavior panel, he told the behavior panel, she had big crocodile tears, and she said, but Daddy, I want to sleep with you. But he forgot to tell the part that he told me. Daddy, I'm scared. I'm scared. And then upstairs, they said that she asked one of the boys, would you go to the basement with me? And they declined. And the minute they declined, she declined. She didn't even go down that basement. She went back out that door to Candace and Grandma. So, and it all fits because right about the time she runs back out that door over there, within a few minutes there, Jody Sue hears a big scream. Well,
okay.
What happened? Because Candace are both outside the trailer.
I got a question for you. Okay, Candace told Chris McDonough that door was locked at all times. You can't get in or out.
Yes, she did.
It wasn't locked.
But then what she said, I can't remember if it's locked or not. Well, I'm going to tell you something. If you look around this ain't even a cow. We're not even, can you still hear me?
Do it now?
Yeah.
If it's a dog, we're not even talking about a kid. It's a dog. You got a dog in the house. And you look around and you can't find the dog. What's the first thing you do? You look for an open entrance. You go and see if the door's open somewhere or somehow it got out.
Exactly.
So and let me tell you something. You remember if that door was open because why? Your dog's gone. So you're not, so when the police come and you can't, if you call the police, and here your dog's gone. Here's the thing. You're going to be able to tell the police what door that dog went out because you remember it being open.
Okay.
I'm going to leave you, but Candace, all of a sudden she's got, she got a big memory loss that, oh my gosh, I can't remember. You know why she's got that memory loss? Because that basement door was not even, the basement door had nothing to do with what happened. You know what I'm saying? The basement door wasn't anything for Candace. Part of the play when she went in the house to convince the boys, because the boys didn't hear what went on. So when she went in to convince the boys, where's Summer? And then one of them remembered that she wanted to go down the basement. Oh, well, she wanted to go down the basement. Maybe she's down there playing, Mom. Oh, okay. Now Candace says, wow, they didn't hear anything. They don't know. So she goes on and stages running down in there. She already knew Summer wasn't in there. She knew it. Because Summer ain't going to go down there anyway. You know what I'm saying? I'm not talking to you.
I have a question.
Go ahead. Yeah. Go ahead.
Sissy, who do you think, I'm asking you, who do you think done it?
I think, I'm going to tell you the truth. I think Candace she's borderline bipolar. She's, she isn't an adult. She wants to act like, I don't know, ghetto teenagers, what she wants to act like. She wants to act hard and everything. She wants to hang around. Candace cannot. She's one of those people that cannot accept the fact that she has gotten older. You know, she's just aged and she can't accept it. And she wants to act like some young thug. She wants to take TikTok videos. You know, she don't want to grow up. That's her problem. And to be honest with you, she was having a bad day, and her little girlfriend Ollie over there ain't talking to her and giving her no attention. And she got stuck with her kid running him around when she really didn't want to. And doctors. And when they got back home, I personally believe that Summer got on, come running back out that door after Candace told her precisely, "I'm walking you over here, go in with your brothers, but how did you get back out here?" Whack, whack, whack. She probably took all of her frustration on that little girl. And it ain't the first time, because, I heard she beat the crap out of her boy, too.
Okay, here's my question to you, sis.
Hey, wait a minute.
Wait a
minute. Can we listen to what's going on with the lady that Candace's friend?
She's up here. She's trying to talk to you.
I'm here.
Yeah, she was trying to say something. Go ahead, Jenna.
So you think that K.N.S was the one that done everything and Don had nothing to do with it?
I'm not, you know what? No, I'm not saying Don didn't have something to do with it, because I'm telling you now, Don did have something to do with it. I'll tell you what he had to do with it. He's covering her ass. He's covering her up. He's saying, well, what happened. We can't bring her back, because, hey, Donnie, you heard her. Hey, Donnie, you're going to jail too. You're going to jail. Keep running that mouth and tell on us, and you're going to jail.
Yeah, but if she was threatening to call the police, that lets you know there that she has. Yeah, they're both guilty.
Amen. There you go, and that's what I've been saying the whole time. And I'm just sorry that I had to go through 3.5 months of hell, pure hell, putting up with them psychopaths to get it.
But that would let you know there.
That's exactly what happened. And I'm going to tell you, they went and hid her. Candace left that property to go hide her and, to hide her. And I think what happened is Donald picked her up later. You remember Donald went missing for 2 days?
Yeah, he went to get high.
Yeah, he probably had to be high to put her body wherever he stuck it. And I got a feeling it's in that wall where it was stinking and people don't want to listen to me. And Benny Keys can stand there and say, didn't happen. Yeah, it did happen. And that coworker really did come in there and say that. I have no reason to lie. What reason do I got to lie to anybody? Everything that I have said so far, I have backed it up with proof. And if I didn't back it up with proof, God has sent people like you up on here to show the proof. Different people's come up on here and said, yeah, like Mary, yeah, this prayer garden's right. You come up on there and say, yeah, I got rough with you at first there because, I know how they are and I know how they're using people. And I know that, that's their tactic, is to send you over here and cause problems and one thing and another. And, and you, like you said, you're their friend. They ain't your friend, hon. They ain't nobody.
No, I'm not friends with Don. I'm only friends with Candace, and they didn't send me over here. I'm telling you.
Well, even if they didn't, I'm going to tell you right now, they're not your friend. They're not your friend, sweetheart. I'm sorry. I don't want to bust your bubble, but those two people can't be nobody's friends. They said a bunch of psychopaths has been, let me phrase it what Donald said. He said that there's been a lot of weird, crazy, off the wall people coming up there around his house. That
yeah, I was there one time once people was in their woods.
And mental cases and so forth. That's how he talks about you guys. That's how he talked about poor Dale. Dale's up there helping them clean the yard and doing all this work.
Dale's doing everything she can for them people.
And you know something. She should hear how they talk about her.
So they talk about Dale?
Yes, they do. Yes, Donald did talk about Dale. I mean,
how in the world can he talk about her when she's up there
you know what they
helping
said?
them?
You know what they said? They finally got rid of her when she slept in their kid's bed for 2 days. Up there staying, helping them out. But yeah, they finally got rid of her.
They finally got rid of her, but who watched their house while they was in Hollywood?
That's what they told me, and they told me they hoped she didn't come back. And yet she did keep coming back, and Candace and them kept using her, and they laugh at them. You know, this is how they are. There's nothing you can do about it. They're like two kids, and they're sticking together, and they're making they're trying to make a big ass out of everybody else.
Well, they're not making an ass out of me, because believe me, I can tell some shit right now. And I'm sorry for cussing on your panel.
No, we don't care about that here.
Because that just really made me mad what they say about Dale. Because
you know
Dale,
what?
she busts her butt up there at the house.
Yeah, and she's all over that Facebook sticking up for him too.
And I'm going
On
to tell
John's
you
Facebook.
something. I'm going to tell you something. If you got something to spill on them, spill it, because that's who they are, and that is exactly how they've been talking about her.
Let
They
her
have been
process
talking about her
everything.
like
She just
that.
got here.
And you know, and Donald, that poor woman, Donald's talking really nasty about her. I said, Donald,
I believe it.
I felt like sending her some money because she didn't have cigarettes. You think?
And do you hear K.N.S talking about her, or just Don?
They both. They finally got rid of her. I was on the phone with them. At nighttime, and they were both talking about her. That she just keeps coming up here all the time. As a matter of fact, Candace was kind of getting tired of it, because Candace can't be who Candace wants to be with all these people up there. But you know,
Prayer Garden, what about the little girl?
and Dale's crazy enough to take her granddaughter up there.
Yeah,
The little girl.
the baby she spent the weekend up there with them.
Oh, wow.
You know what
Oh,
Donald does?
lovely. Great.
You know what Donald did?
With Dawn?
Yeah.
Was Dawn there, Jenna, when this
Yeah, Don was there. Yeah, it was not too long ago, about 3 weeks ago. Dale brought her grandbaby up there, and
when they remove children from a premises, if Child Protective Services moves children off of a premises, it means that no other children are allowed up there.
well, Dale was just up there trying to help. I know what Dale was doing.
I know what she was doing, but what I'm saying is, you know, you got to use your brains, because Dale could get in a lot of trouble having her granddaughter up there, because no children are supposed to be there present in that place at all. They didn't, you know, Child Services don't take their kids, so you can bring yours up there. You got to keep your children off of that premises, because it'll get you into trouble. That's what I'm saying. Dale could have Child Services on her now, because she's taking a child around that house where they've already removed 3 children and one's missing. It's a danger.
How do you know he didn't molest her granddaughter?
I think Dale would have hurt him.
Let me tell you, Dale's a Christian woman.
She
is, and I do think she got sucked in by him, because she don't know how they are, and that's the problem with Christians, is they always want to try to fight, and they want to believe in these people, and sometimes the hardcore ones, you know, some of them are hardcore, man. You just can't turn them around. You can't no matter what until the person actually gets on their face and takes a shit, they can't see it. Sometimes they can't even see it then, you know. So what can you do?
Here's my theory to you. You remember the picture of Summer in the car?
Yeah.
In between the milk carton, the thing of milk?
Yeah.
In that picture, to me, honestly, as a mother, I don't think Summer was sleeping. I think she was gone.
I don't think so. I don't think so at all. I'm telling you, Jody Sue really did hear the scream, and she heard the scream in the muffling that took poor little Summer down.
Well, the brother's seen her come home. They've already done that little thing.
Exactly. You know, so that theory is out the window too. Summer was fine when she got home. she was fine. Candace
And the brothers
hiding.
also seen her go down in the basement as well because they wanted the brothers to go down there. The oldest, one of them, to go down there with her.
Right.
But yeah, you know, Donald and Candace sit there, they laugh, they talk about, you know, they talked about a few different people that's up there. I'm not going to say names. That's not nice. But
Well,
they,
okay,
you know, talk about a few
they're
different
probably
people.
talking about her and laughing it up, and what they did to poor Mary, that pissed me the hell off.
That made
How
me
can
mad.
you do that?
Mhm.
What is wrong with people?
Because
You
they're
know,
evil. That's what
Yeah,
they
Jenna,
do.
what
oh,
did you say
evil
to,
ain't the word for that.
hey Jenna, what
Uh-huh.
did you I want to know, Jenna, what you said to Candace when you found out about that hoax call situation, or what you
Well, first I called her. I said, "So, is he in jail?" She's like, "No," because I knew he wasn't in jail because I had just got off the phone with her not too long ago. Then I seen that they said that he was locked up, and I was like, "What happened?" She really don't remember because you know she was drunk.
She remembered. She remembered just fine because the next day they were looking for an alibi on what they're going to say, what they're going to say. And I said, well,
Mhm.
you know, you know,
But I listened to the whole conversation, and I mean, it just, I don't know, it disgusted me. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I'm telling you now, that very night when I talked to Donald, he called me laughing, cracking up, was, you know, oh, it was
What
so
a
funny.
jackass.
And then try to get me, ask me to call and portray to be a police officer to these people or some kind of law enforcement. And I'm like, I ain't doing that. I mean, you know, I know
You
the
got
law.
more common sense than that. I would have told them if I had been you.
That is crazy. And I
Yeah,
told him,
but if I had been you, you know what I would have said? I would have told them to F off. I am not helping you. I am not, no way. I would have said, you've lost your mind.
Exactly.
well, yeah, you want to tell them something like that. But what I'm saying is you're getting no more information when you do. You're getting no more
Yeah, but
information when you do.
Yeah, but
And
like,
you know,
he
what,
was lied.
what you don't
Don?
understand is with Donald and Candace, you got to hang in there. You know, I wanted to, but you don't understand. At that point, I said, wait, you know, hold your temper, Cat. You know, you got to calm down. You got to hold your temper, and you're just going to have to start now, you know, building up all the information you can on the truth. And that's what
and record it all too.
that's what
That's
I
the
started
thing.
doing. I started asking questions. I started asking this and that and one thing and another. You know,
Mhm.
I did some man hours with these people. Some real man.
I believe that. I'm
And
not calling you a liar by no means.
I got screamed at. I got called a whore. I got called a bitch. I got called a you name it. Like Candace.
Because
I
Candace
wouldn't
didn't want you
care
talking
if they
to
called me a
Don.
bitch. I don't give a care.
And you know
I
why
would have been like, I'm proud of it. Thank
wanna-
you.
That whole issue
I
with
got
you,
bad
Sissy,
temper.
Candace did not want you talking to Don because
No,
Don told her that he was leaving her for you.
No, Don never told her anything like that. She didn't want Don talking to me because I'm going to tell you why. She was telling him that wasn't the first time Don or Candace said, you're going to jail. You know, she's telling him, you're going to keep running your mouth. You're going to keep running your mouth until you get us all put in jail. Not just your dumb self, me, my mother.
He's gonna be anyway.
And basically what they had going on there, you know, is and that's what I keep telling you guys. You know, you think they're your friend. They're not your friend at all. Those people, they ain't even each other's friends. Don and Candace ain't even friends. I mean, they're two screwballs sitting around acting like a couple kids on some playground.
Can I ask a question, please? I'm so sorry. It's really important.
well,
I promise. It's just one.
okay, well, yes, but I was real quick, Jenna. Do you know Grandis?
I never met her in person. I've only met her on FaceTime.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll get there after Savannah